Good afternoon, fellow Kenyans. My name is Kevin Osido. I serve as the Executive Director of County Governance Watch, which is an organization whose purpose is to enhance public participation by providing spaces for citizen engagement and facilitation of opinions, recommendations that inform good governance, democracy, and leadership in the Republic of Kenya. We have been engaged in this election process since a long time ago, particularly April 2022, through different programs. And so I want to read to you a statement that covers our preliminary report that has been prepared by a team of 92 observers cut across different parts of the three counties that we have been engaging in with the support of our partners. And these counties include Nairobi, Kiambu, and Kajiado. County Governance Watch has been championing for a peaceful election in Kenya, where citizens have a right to exercise their democratic right to vote and choose their leaders as is espoused in the Constitution of Kenya 2010. The election of Kenya's president, governors, senators, members of the National Assembly, women representatives in the National Assembly, and members of the county assemblies mark a significant turning point in Kenya's governance, particularly this election coming third after the promulgation of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. This indeed is a significant improvement in the democratization process of the Republic of Kenya. Honorable members, fellow Kenyans, distinguished partners, through the programs that we have been engaging, focusing on early warning, early response with support of Act Change Transform in partnership with USAID Kenya, covering electoral conflict mitigation and civic/voter education support program, the Resilience, Peace and Stability program that is supported by the Royal Danish Embassy through Act, and Umoja kwa Amani project supported by Mercy Corps. These are the programs that form the basis and the focus of our engagement in the three counties that I mentioned. In Nairobi, we focused on two sub-counties that were marked as hotspot areas that include Mathare and Kibra. Our approach, ladies and gentlemen, was to work in partnership with the offices of the county commissioners in implementing the various activities that we had, and the community peace champions largely borrowed from the networks of organizations that we engaged, as you can see from the banner that covers about 28 different organizations in the three counties. Our engagement brought together, therefore, the peace committees, women networks, youth networks, networks of persons with various disabilities, and the county security and intelligence committees, broadly conjoined through the county multisectoral forums that were chaired by the county commissioners and in Nairobi by the regional commissioner. Through these platforms, we were able to create mechanisms and spaces for engagement for citizens of the Republic of Kenya to share experiences, their challenges, and make recommendations on what would work and what may not be able to work based on our past political experiences, where they had the opportunity also to undertake specific county conflict analysis and also drawing their own experiences by sharing, drawing their own recommendations and solutions by sharing their experiences. These enabled us to learn, identify gaps, and therefore provide leadership in conflict prevention, early warning, and early response. County Governance Watch developed the Tawaza platform and provided a toll-free number 0800721528, which was put in place to assist in reporting of early warning and incidences in the counties that would require the response from community leaders and also from the county security infrastructure. We identified over 92 observers who were trained on using the platform and also on early warning, early response, negotiation, mediation, voter education, and indeed election observation. As the Executive Director of County Governance Watch, I am pleased to share with you a summary analysis of the election observation that was carried out between August 9th and 10th by the observers in polling stations in Mathare, Nairobi, Kibra, Kiambu, and Kajiado. Through the Tawaza platform and also our WhatsApp platform and follow-up phone calls that were made by a team that we put in place, we were able to gather close to 12,000 reports from our observers. Out of these, 6,000 submissions were verified and analyzed, with about 239 followed by phone call conversations. Out of this pool of report, we narrowed down to the following thematic issues. 1. The time of opening of polling stations. 2. Voter turnout in the 3 counties. 3. The character of peace in the voting process. 4. Election security at the polling center. 5. Challenges encountered by voters at the polling stations, including the ICT behavior, which focuses on the KIMS equipment. 6. Limited the place of voter education. And then 7. Electoral officials' competency. That focuses on the competency of the IEBC officials. So, ladies and gentlemen, the data that we reviewed focused on 43 reports, revealed that 43 reports from the 3 counties of interest showed instances of technology malfunction. These were marked by difficulties in voter identification through the KIMS kit and also other instances that included low quality images transmitted by the presiding officers through the KIMS kits. In addition, we received about 39 reports of voters in polling stations giving sentiments that advocate for peaceful election and commending the participation of both women, young people, persons with disabilities in the electoral process, and also giving support to voters who needed assistance. When reviewing the election security on the poll day, our observers reported 87 cases of general sentiments that the elections were peaceful in and around the polling stations and also around the polling centers. Of course, there were a few outlier incidences of disorder that were reported by our observers, and among these examples include in Al Huda Primary, where one candidate for the MCA position was reported to have impeded voting by interfering with the movement of voters in and out of the polling station. Separately, in Kibra's Toy Market, a candidate for the MP position was reported to have allegedly used women agents in violence and bribery efforts, and 3 of these culprits or suspects were actually arrested by the security forces. Further, in Juja Sub-County in Kiambu County, campaign materials were found near the entrance of one of the voting stations. In summary, therefore, and in across the 3 counties of interest, with observers placed in about 92 polling stations, we can confidently report that a majority of voters were able to cast their ballots with no impediments and proceeded to their respective homes freely and peacefully. As at the production of this preliminary report this afternoon, the polling stations are continuing to collate the results. The preparations towards counting will be going on, verification and reporting of the vote tallies. It is therefore our hope that the entire process will continue peacefully, as has been experienced with the Kenyans coming out, and that there will be no major causes of panic incidences that also relate to the credibility of the voting, tallying, and the announcement of results process. We urge all Kenyans to continue preaching peace during this period, and indeed looking forward to how, of course, the IEBC will be able to bring this process to a conclusion. We thank you so much for your continued support, and we thank our partners for their support and also making it possible for us to give the observers an opportunity not only to learn but also to contribute towards the democratic aspirations and political growth and development of Kenya through the Kenya 2022 general elections. Thank you so much. God bless you, and God bless Kenya.